guys, what's going on? Welcome to the newest vlog. We are starting today's vlog. Hopefully the cats don't knock you down. You're on a very precarious situation up here. No, back up. I need a longer tripod, I think. So we are sitting in front of my new bookcase. I love it. It's so nice to see this bookcase just full. So we had this one and we added this one right here. And basically it's kind of organized, but I don't know yet. I almost want to do the rainbow thing, but, and I'm not sure if you can see it, the top shelf has all of my Hannah Swenson books, and kind of the left side I tried to do romance, and then this side like horror, thriller, any fantasy books I had, and just retellings, all sorts of different things. So I filmed when we were doing the bookcase, and it was an adventure. This bookcase came with directions, but they weren't the easiest directions. So shout out to Don for helping me, because I was totally at first like, yeah, woman, I got this, I can do this, and no, nothing was labeled. Like, it was like, oh, like this piece is A, this piece is G, and there was nothing labeled, so I had no idea what I was looking at. I got really frustrated. So shout out to Don for helping me live my dreams of this all just being books someday. No shame whatsoever. So before I shoot to the footage of the bookcase making situation, I wanted to tell you guys what I'm reading currently, and that is A Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking by T.Kingfisher. This is a YA fantasy novel about a 14-year-old girl named Mona, and Mona is a wizard. However, her powers aren't as very big and strong like she thinks. Her powers have to do with baking and being able to whisper to the bread. Pardon the cat. She's now decided she's going to play with this rattle ball, and she's like Pele all of a sudden. So that's what that noise is. So her powers are, she like whispers into bread and says, you're gonna be soft and fluffy, and she makes the best soft and fluffy bread. She makes gingerbread come to life, and she's even got this sourdough starter named Bob, who is practically living. So one day she goes into the bakery and she stumbles upon a dead body, and she quickly gets entangled into this government situation. And so far, like, the political intrigue and just the craziness of all these magic people are now like a threat. And yeah, I love this so far. It's very funny. There is a gingerbread man character she brings to life, and he is like his own character. He's hilarious. He doesn't even say anything. He's just, his miming is hilarious. So that's what we're reading, and yeah, we're gonna shoot to the bookcase footage. And we're going to jump back and drink some coffee. The snow is going. I am back to work. It was great to see the kids again today and be able to drive my bus again and have a routine back. So here we are. Here is that footage of the bookcase. I hate this. This is fine panel H. Nothing is labeled. I already don't like this. Alright, so the organization is coming along. The bookcase is against the wall, and I have put some books up already. I love it. We had to do some maneuvering. Good thing Don was home this morning, because I would have never been able to do this on my own. We had to move this big thing, which eventually this is gonna go, let's be honest. And there'll be another bookcase there. My dream is like kind of almost this whole wall back here to be bookcases. But someday, if we get the kitchen redone and make it bigger, that's going to be an issue. But currently, book lover Chelsea is like, that's not an issue now. So I have to put all these books somewhere. I mean, there's books everywhere. The other dilemma is this right here, this shelf right here, which you saw. I was going to put over here, but I really want to put kind of a light here. It's really dark in this corner, and I would love a light right there. I don't know yet. Natalie is unsure. So I don't know. I might move this. Yes, that is a beer box that was puffing out some books. This has also got to be fixed, but I'm thinking about putting this, which is books that I haven't hauled yet or showed you guys. There's a book haul probably coming soon. I was thinking about putting that behind the chair and then putting this here, because this held all my Stephen King books. And I want to display the Stephen King book. So I don't know. It's a work in progress. We'll see. Okay, so I am basically done moving books. This pile right here, this giant pile, is books I'm going to donate to that place in Hilton. And yeah, that's a lot of books off my shelf. There are more I could do. I just got to a point where I'm like just throwing books. Just putting them somewhere. So let me show you. I guess we'll start from here. So this is normal. This is, you know, my TBR pile, and then these are all books that I haven't hauled for you guys yet. So that's back there. Okay, here's the new bookshelf, and I know it looks weird right now, so Don has yet to fasten the bookcase to the wall. So as I was putting books on, you know, and I had them forward like this, it started to lean. So, you know, we had to basically push them back so that the bookcase did not fall on me. But how I tried to set it up is, of course, my Hannah Swenson series is up here, and there's still room here because I'm missing 3 books. I've yet to order one of them, so I had some room, so I put Belladonna and Foxglove up here, and then I put the Shadow and Bone trilogy there because I just thought it was aesthetically pleasing. And then underneath this, on the left side, on the new shelf, I put my Elle Kennedy hockey romance books there, and then just some more just romancy books. So my Emily Henry books I put here. I've got books here. And then I kind of went down. It was like, all right, I want to try to make this like romance type of books. And then over here, I kind of put like horror and just like thrillery books. These two shelves right here, I basically just started throwing things in there. I did, however, I tried to keep like paperbacks together and then hardcovers together. So there was some thought. And then here I have all of my Disney Twisted Tales. I kept those all together. And then some Goosebumps. I have Bunny here. I think I'm going to move Bunny because I feel like Bunny deserves a better spot than there. Bunny is my like all-time favorite book. Other than Alice in Wonderland, obviously, but Bunny deserves a better spot. And then I put some of my Alice in Wonderland retellings right there. And then again, this shelf and this shelf is basically like I was throwing books in there. Nothing changed with this. So this is there. This is a bunch of comics. I might have Don go on eBay and see if we can sell some of those for a decent price. I don't know. We'll see. So this didn't change. That stayed the same. Moving over here, I put the Stephen King shelf here. And then I just kind of threw in some more books in here. There are some books on this shelf, and this shelf that I want to get rid of. So there's some organizational stuff that needs to happen there. But yeah, I'm gonna, let's see if I can do, it doesn't really do it justice. It doesn't do it justice at all, but I love it, you know. And then eventually there'll be books up here as I finish books. These are just, like I said, these are books, these 3 piles of books that I'm going to donate. These ones I haven't read yet, so just another book pile, and yeah. I really like it. I think it came out really good. I'm very happy with it. We just, you know, this needs to go. That needs to go so we can put more books there. Am I right? Like, how awesome would this, like, the whole area to be bookcase? There's our dreams. Slowly but surely, there are some dreams happening. Oh, hi. Hello. Good afternoon. Afternoon. It is a cozy day. I have been productive. I made some mashed potatoes. We had some potatoes that needed to be used, and when that happens and we're not ready to have potatoes, I make mashed potatoes and we freeze it. So I've got mashed potatoes here, cooling, before I take them to get frozen. And then tonight I'm making a chicken and rice soup. And you're like, Chelsea, what does this have to do with bookish things? It doesn't. I'm just sharing some things with you because I like to do that. So one of the things I'm trying to do in January is we have a lot of stuff in our freezer because I like to make things ahead of time, and we have pieces of chicken downstairs. We have homemade broth that I made from vegetable scraps. Actually, let me show you. Hold on. Don't mind the messiness, but all I do is when I make, you still can't really see me, and everything's gonna be backwards, so I'm sorry, but when I make anything with vegetables, I save the scraps. So what I do is I keep it in here. This is my current bag of scraps. I don't know what you can see in there, but there's onion in here, there's some ginger, celery stalks, There's bell peppers in here. All sorts of just fun things. So I use this for, like, this is veggie scraps, but I also, which is also down here, and I totally forgot about, that I will use, is I save chicken bones. We eat a lot of chicken, and I save the bones because you can also throw this in and make your broth. And once I make my broth, I freeze it. Here we go. This is chicken broth I made and I froze. I have this really cool ice cube holder thing. I might actually, right here. So I have this really cool thing and I just make a big batch and I freeze it. It's a little frost burn, but it's okay. It's fine. And it should just pop right out like that. But homemade broth, like, don't buy broth when you have, you know, so much. I know it's not bookish, but if you want to see a tutorial on that, let me know. I'll put it up here. So yeah, we're gonna do soup. Like I said, what the heck was that? What is this? Did that just come from my refrigerator? Oh well. Anyways, like I said, I like to save things. So here's some cooked chicken. We ate one night and we froze it. We have some saved celery. I have some saved celery. Oh, saved onion, saved celery. And then I made a vegan butter one day, so I'm gonna saute the vegetables in the vegan butter and then use this with maybe a little bit of better than bouillon, which I think I have in here, just to amp the flavor up a little bit. I don't know what I have in here, but I'm sure it's in here somewhere. And we will have a dinner with things that are in my pantry already. So it's exciting. I love doing this. It makes me feel like one of those housewives. You know what I mean? Let's see, what do I want to put it in? I'll put it in here. Makes me feel like one of those housewives that just have their life together. Like, maybe they don't feel like they have their life together. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't have any kids, and I don't feel like my life is always together like that. So I'm gonna let that defrost, and yeah, let's go over to the books so I can tell you about what I'm reading. I'm not quite sure what I did and didn't film yesterday during the making of my new bookcase and getting all that organized, but these are the 2 books that I'm hoping to get done by the end of next week. They all are about halfway done, which is great. So I have A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. I wanted this done before Christmas. Didn't happen. I am 68 pages in. And then I have A Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking by T.Kingfisher. I'm loving this one so far. It's YA. We follow a 14-year-old girl named Mona, and she's got a little bit of magic. Although her magic isn't quite powerful in her eyes, all she can do is like make gingerbread, dance, and she's got this sourdough starter with a mind of his own who she has named Bob. And one day she just finds herself stumbling upon a dead body in the bakery that she works, and she's kind of thrust into almost this like political problem going on where people start to think magic people are bad and evil. So she kind of goes into hiding, and yeah, that's where I am at this point. And then I am listening to In the Weeds by B.K. Borison, I believe. And it's book 2 in the Lovelight Farms series. And in this one we follow Beckett, who is kind of the grumpy head farmer at Love Light Farms, and Evelyn, her, like, their love story. So we kind of got a little bit of taste of that situation in the first book, so it's fun to see now what's going to become of that and everything, and I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm not very far in, but yeah, I like it. I like it so far. So I also wanted to talk about, I don't know yet, I think I'm going to get rid of Goodreads and just stick with Storygraph. I like Storygraph a little better. I feel like I said, if you have seen my goals, I have this goal of reading 50 pages every day, which is not unattainable, but there are definitely some days where, you know, you just don't feel like you want to read. So I said 50 pages. Like, will there be days where I read 150 pages, 200 pages? Sure, there's going to be days like that. But days where I just, you know, maybe I'm not feeling reading that day or something, or I'm sick, 50 pages is quite doable. But you can look at the charts on Storygraph and you can see, you know, your progress. So that has been fun. I am liking Storygraph a lot better than Goodreads. I think Goodreads has gotten too big for its britches. I don't know. I might keep it. I did set a goal over there, but you can also set goals in Storygraph too. So I don't know. What do you think? I will leave both Goodreads and Storygraph linked down below so you guys can see that. And yeah, let me know what you guys prefer, what you guys like better. And yeah, I'm going to continue moving along with some stuff. I'm trying to edit a vlog. I did just film my January TBR, which was really weird because I tried to pick out books that were in my jar, my TBR jar I have, and I'm quickly realizing I need to go through that jar because I pulled 2 books out of there that I've unhauled. So there's that, but we do have a pile. So yeah, if you haven't seen that, it should be up. It should be up. I'll leave it right here. That video should definitely be up before this one is up. And yeah, that's the update. That's the update. Chapter out of A Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking. It is now lunchtime. It's 12:15. I'm gonna need to leave the house in an hour and apparently snow brush my car again for the second time today. So today I'm going to do a breakfast sandwich. I have a ton of eggs, and Don got onion bagels the other day, so I'll do onion bagel, I'll do egg, a piece of non-dairy cheese, mayonnaise, hot sauce, and that sounds about good to me. So I'm gonna get to baking that, and I'm gonna edit a little bit, I think, before I have to leave. I am currently editing my January TBR. Hopefully it's up now. It should be the next one up, so I will put that thumbnail right here if you guys have missed that at all. Also, the other video, if you have missed at the beginning of the year, is my 2025 goals for reading. That's the thumbnail here. If you haven't seen that one yet, check that one out as well. I've got lots of goals in there, so yeah. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, I did finish A Christmas Carol yesterday, and I loved it. I think I gave it 4.5 or 4.75 stars, something along those lines. I loved it. I tabbed it. Technically, that's 2 books already done in 2025. Did I say 2024 goals? 2025 goals. It's 2025. We're probably going to have another week of me saying 2024 and not 2025. Although I was proud of myself because this morning, at least from what I remember, I wrote 2025 on my paperwork for my bus today. So hopefully it says 2025 and not 2024. Maybe. I'm hungry. Tula, go make mommy coffee. Can you do that? Mommy wants coffee. Luna, you make coffee? Oh, Bees, are you gonna make coffee? No, you're gonna choke. Tula. Bees, are you alright? Tula, go make coffee. No? Fine, I guess I'll get up. Hello, good morning. It's still morning. It's 11:30. It's Thursday. I'm sitting here reading, as you saw, and drinking my coffee. Trying to stay warm because it's cold. We've had really, really cold temperatures the past couple days, in the teens, and the wind is just going like crazy. So it's kind of not fun to be outside right now. It's so cold and the wind goes so much that it just takes your breath away. So, it's fine. Could be worse. On that note, saying it could be worse, my heart goes out to everyone in California right now. I can't even imagine. That's just, it's awful, and just heartbreaking to hear and to see everyone's homes just being ravaged by fire and the devastation. It's, I can't even imagine. Like, here I am complaining about cold and snow, and people's homes are being destroyed. It's crazy. It's crazy how Mother Nature just, there can be so much devastation with just all that's going on. I don't know. It's crazy. So if you are in California, please, 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 please listen to the authorities. I'm like seeing things where people refuse to leave their homes. Your homes and physical things can be replaced. You cannot. Please get out of your homes. Like, I know it's tough. Grab your animals, grab your pets, and get out of there. Again, you can't be replaced. Physical things can be replaced. As horrible as that is, losing a home. I can't imagine losing my home. But your life is worth much more. So do what the authorities say. Do what the firemen and the police officers and the rescue teams say. If you are asked to evacuate, please. So on that note, I'm going to continue reading. I'm almost done with this book. I hope to finish it either tonight when I get back from Zumba or tomorrow, so that way this weekend I can start Near the Bone by Christina Henry, and I probably will start a new vlog. So I'm going to finish this. When I finish this, I will give you an update and my final thoughts on this book. It's already a good book. I love it. I've been loving this book. I've talked about books I want to save for my niece someday when she gets older. This will be one of them. She's still got a little while to go before she can read YA, but this one I think would be so fun. And yeah, I think maybe in a couple of years she could read this one. And because there's not anything too scandalous in here. There's no smut. There's no, I don't know. It's really fun. So yeah, I'm going to keep reading. Eventually feed the girls their lunch and make myself lunch, and then I could go back on the bus to bring the kids home. Alright guys, so we are at the end of the vlog. I literally just finished A Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking by T.Kingfisher. I loved it. I'm going to give it a 4.75. It was very adventurous. Fantasy, YA. It reads very YA, so if you're an adult, just be aware of that. But I really liked it. It's about this girl who she's a wizard, but she thinks her powers aren't strong enough to matter. And when a war breaks out, it is up to her as the only wizard in the town that's left to try and fight using skills as a baker. So I loved it, and yeah, 4.75 stars. I highly suggest this. My favorite character in this was the gingerbread man. He's awesome. He really is awesome. And he was funny too. So give this a try. I'm going to save this book forever for my niece when she gets older. Because I think she would love this. So we finished that today. That is done. And then previously, I think I mentioned I had finished The Christmas Carol. So 2 books we finished in this vlog. And it's only January 10th. So technically there's 3 books done so far for the year. That's a great start. And yeah, that's going to be it for the vlog. Thank you guys so much for sticking around and watching the beautiful making of this bookshelf and just trying to organize my library and do some reading. I gave you some cooking tips, which I like to do. Let me know if you like those little random cooking tips. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, become a member of this beautiful bookish family. And I will see you guys really soon in my next video. Bye!